What do you enjoy most about investing in Japan? And I'm going to ask Masaki, who's based in Tokyo right now, to answer that one.
Yeah. So one of the most interesting points in investing in Japanese equity is to identify the sort of the hidden dynamism under the one company. So sometimes Japanese equity market is criticized about the lack of the dynamism. Like in the case of the US, top 10 market cap company name is completely different compared to the 10 years ago. But in the case of Japan, it's the same old type of the criticism. But if we think of the, say, Sony, 10 or 15 years ago, it was a consumer electronics company. Now, Sony is a media or IP holder. Hitachi is now becoming the social infrastructure service company. 10, 20 years ago, that's a conglomerate. So underneath of the same old company name, there is a huge dynamic change in the business portfolio or capital management. So by doing that, we're going to see the significant improvement in the ROIC or growth prospect. And that leads to the huge devaluation of the share price of such company like Sony and Hitachi. So that's a quite interesting investment opportunity we are finding in the Japanese equity market to identify such a sort of the hidden dynamism underneath of the same old name. Yeah.
I like that hidden dynamism that you're finding these same names, but there's something new and exciting going on inside.
Yeah.
That's really, really interesting. Richard, what do you like most about investing in Japan?
I think the fact that Japan has always been under researched. So by that I mean many companies have very little or even any sell side research. I mean there's a real value and reward for proprietary research and effort. And as the environment has changed, more understanding of the benefits of corporate governance, the opportunities to identify companies, to have dialogue with companies that are willing to conform to standards that I think investors internationally are very familiar with, makes it a very exciting place to spend time and to research. And from a personal standpoint, I think Japan as a nation sort of faces some of the challenges that many other countries in the future might well face, aging population. And I think it's very exciting to see how Japan copes with those challenges and really flourishes, actually.
Yeah, and I'm sure we can learn a lot from that ourselves in terms of how they cope with that. Paul, what do you really enjoy about investing in Japan?
Well, I'm going to go back to Masaki's hidden dynamism and say that in the smaller company sector, it's very well hidden. And one of the things that I enjoy most about this is the fact that you have so many perfectly good companies that are run so far below their potential, and they hide behind the Japanese formality that we're always hearing about, or the Japanese process that we're always hearing about. And it is quite nice for someone who is slightly iconoclastic, as I am, to come along and rough them up a bit. And I have enjoyed doing that. We had a discussion earlier today about the conversation you can have with a company where you describe yourself as their owner rather than you're their shareholder. Shareholder being just another stakeholder as far as they're concerned. But when you actually say, no, I own the company, and in some of these companies, we might hold as much as 30% of the company. We really do own it. The shock on their faces gives me a warm feeling inside.